Welcome back to Ravenwilla Farmstead. So,
Hello, you big hound dog. How are you? Hey?
excited.
Hi. Oh, yes. Yes. Give me kisses.
So today is a little bit of a maintenance day. You know, when you get so busy with all these big projects and you got family coming to visit and everything, it's easy to overlook some of the more basic things that you need to get done. We want to have a prized front yard. You know, we got a lot of work to do. The chickens isn't a permanent thing. A little fire pit there, makeshift fire pit, that's going to be moved. Pallet's obviously going to be moved. The topsoil and the organics isn't always going to be there, but the weeds and the grass. We do not own a lawnmower other than the four-legged one in the bush there. So I got to weed whack all of this, and it's just really easy to overlook it. But sometimes you got to take a bit of time to breathe and focus on more of the mundane tasks. Because if you don't, they add up and then they become overwhelming. And you can't enjoy your front yard because every time you step out here, you're like, that needs to be done, right? So today, it's a good Sunday to just get caught up on some of the more little things that need to happen.
So today I'm out in what I'm going to call the flower garden because it's all of my bulbs and flowers and some fruit trees that haven't been planted yet. And I'm just trying to do some maintenance on them, figure out what's grown, what isn't, do some weeding, and plant the rest of the bulbs that I bought, thinking that we'd have enough space. Yeah, we don't have any flower beds built or anything yet because we've been so focused on chickens and cows and getting all of our infrastructure up and ready. It's still a barren landscape we haven't done anything with yet. We haven't had the time. Somehow I just thought we'd be able to get through things like really quick this year. And they have road restrictions out here in the spring, so they can't even bring excavators or dump trucks or anything like that. So soon, it's now June, we'll be able to get them out here as soon as we clear some trees. They're gonna do a driveway path for us down to the back of the property and trench out some water lines so we can move our cows over there once we get the fencing. But anyway, this is everything that I've done up here. Basically, all of my pots are filled with some kind of flower or berry bush. There's gladiolas, dahlias, ranunculus, black raspberry, thornless blackberries, rhododendron, a cherry tree with 5 different fruit trees on there, or cultivars. Hi.
Hi.
What you up to?
I am weed whacking, and my favorite part of weed whacking has definitely got to be playing with the string. After fixing the string multiple times because it gets like caught up on the inside, finally ran out of string. So this is like my 4th time playing the string.
Hey, don't eat that.
Well, he's got to taste to see that if it's any good or not, and then he tastes it and it's not good, so he leaves it. Right? Right. It's kind of a maintenance day.
Maintenance, weed whacking, weeding, planting some bulbs that haven't been planted yet, and they will die if I don't plant them.
I think everybody can relate to the point where you buy all the things and then getting them actually in the ground is the struggle.
Well, somehow I think in our minds we thought we'd have this all done. I don't know how we thought that.
Concept versus reality. concept is, yeah, we should be able to get this done in such a amount of time. The reality is no, you can't.
Especially not when we took on like chickens and meat chickens and
Cows.
cows and fencing and garden
Gardens.
building. Oh boy. Oh
So
well.
it's like last year, we learned all about patience. This year, we tried to push all our chips in again to do it all at once again. But you know what? Time goes by. We're making progress. We've got our garden cleared. So now we just got to finish getting it built. And then we got the chicken area cleared. We got that coop built. We got the orchard area cleared. Got those planted.
Yeah.
And they're doing pretty good. There's one or two trees I'm a little bit concerned about, but the rest of them are taking off quite well. And now it's maintenance, and then we got to get a path going down the west side of the property so that I can build a paddock that I can move Wallace out into so he can get in some more fresh grass. He's been doing an excellent job mowing our lawn for us, the little bit of lawn that we have, but he needs some more room than just that. I need to get my knife.
Anyway, we brought all these pots from Alberta, and I may as well use them for a temporary flower garden. Probably should also give these a water. They're looking a little bit sad. Swiss chard is just taken off. So if you've ever heard of a green stalk garden planter, this is kind of like the Canadian version of it. It's cheaper. It's less expensive because you don't have to pay the, whatever it is, international shipping fee. It's ridiculous, over $150, I think. But it's not as good. It doesn't have that water reservoir at the top. It does like filter down through all the different pots. It has a little bit of a water reservoir at the bottom, but I would have loved to have some green stalks, maybe one day.
There. That looks much better. Oh, what do you think, Wallace? Oh, you think I did a crappy job, eh? Well, you seem to be eating the grass I gave you, so it can't be that bad. One task down. There's our willows. New growth coming off of them. Getting this front path cleared. They seem kind of insignificant and lower on the priority scale, but these guys are going to be our front line along the road. And we want willow trees up here. We love willow trees.
We've run out of stakes for staking the edging. So, coming over to our big pile, trying to find the right size about. And I want hardwood. These are all pretty tiny. Let's see what I can find over here. Ooh, like this is a good one. It's about the perfect size for a stake, and it's nice and straight. Pull this out, and then Rob will cut it up with the chainsaw. And then I'll put the edges on with the hatchet. This looks like a nice straight one. I don't think I'll be able to get it out though. No, it's wedged in there. Oh, that's a good one. Ooh, I should be able to get that one out. So many spiders just running around under here. Perfect size. Found a few poles. Uh-oh. It's caught in this thing. Go this way.
Created a labyrinth for ourselves.
Yeah. Hard to walk when there's all these stumps. Okay.
We need to employ a beaver.
There we go.
Callie, are you going to be our beaver?
Nice work. Some of them, they line up. Not quite perfectly. That's okay. Because we're using these raw logs. And they don't all fit perfectly. They don't all have the same measurements. They can be a little bit bowing or warped. But that's kind of the beauty of it.
There's beauty in the imperfections.
That's right.
Do you have any more stakes?
And even like here, we had a big stump in the way, right in the pathway of where we were going to put our logs for the outside edge. And we just kind of made it work. And now this stump gets to be part of the edging to hold back the soil. I've had to do that a couple of times. Where's the other one? I really like this corner one up here. I think it's so pretty. It's very rustic. This one. Like the corner piece is this old log. Eventually it'll just decompose and become part of the soil. We can always just put a rock there or something in between. Oh, and here's another one. Just became part of the edging. And I like that.
It's like the chicken Olympics when I bring the compost out. They're just running around with something they want, and then everybody wants what they have. Starts chasing them around. Hey, give me a piece. It's like, no, it's mine. Run. Man, I love just sitting here watching them all. Just interacting, playing, having a good time. They love it out here. And we raised all these guys from eggs. It's so satisfying. They have their little squabbles. Chicken drama.
Got my plant trolley. I don't know where I'm planting them yet, but here they are. They look so sad.
Well, you already beheaded a dahlia.
I know. They look sad. Spindly. Oh, they need to get in the ground.
Well, that's what we're doing.
So I have 15 crowns of asparagus, and then I have a bunch of seed started asparagus
Asparagus.
because I know how much you love it.
Asparagus.
All our perennial foods and some strawberries because I wanted to plant these close to the edge where it would have a fence to trellis on. Oh, ooh, these look really dry. Callie, out of the bed! Scared her.
Always jumping in the garden bed, aren't you, Callie?
Yeah. So I've got a combination of Jersey Giant. What these are. Jersey Giant asparagus, and then Millennium from West Coast Seeds, and then this one I'm not exactly sure, but it's from a seed packet. They've germinated really well, so I'm going to see if I can get those all into this bed here. Have lots of asparagus because it was so windy. So while this might seem like an excessive amount of asparagus for 2 people or 3 people, and one of them doesn't even like asparagus, our plan in moving here is to build a farm stand and have it stocked with asparagus and a whole bunch of other vegetables that we'll be growing. The other thing is you can just never have too many perennial vegetables and fruits. The ones that come back year after year and provide you with food is just amazing and definitely worth investing in. So these crowns were super dried out by the time I got them, and I wasn't sure if they would actually grow. I also should have probably planted them within a trench. You dig out like a 6 to 12 inch trench and then spread out the crowns. And even though our ground was quite hard underneath, I still ended up with about 4 inches of soil on top of the crowns. And as you'll see throughout the season, they really didn't grow very great. The ones that I started from seed in the front of this bed did amazing, but the other ones didn't. We got all of our tomatoes planted. These are the ones that are going to have to be trellised. That's why they're on the outside corner. And they're going to get sun, both like morning sun from the east, and then the other side will get afternoon sun from the west. What happened, Rob? Yeah, that's what happened.
I pulled on the wrong spot when I was trying to pull the hose over for you. Just trying to do something nice for my wife. That's what I get.
Get your hose under control, Rob.
Try it. Just has a mind of its own. There we go. Haha. Stay.
Well, we got all of our vining tomatoes planted, all the indeterminates, because on this side is where the trellising is going to go. Then we have a whole nother tray of tomatoes that are just bush tomatoes, and those will go into another bed somewhere over there when we make it. And tomatillos at the end. I really want to make salsa verde this year. And then we're lining the bed with basil. All different kinds of basil along the edge. I've trimmed some of them. And marigolds scattered throughout. Trap plant to ward off bad bugs. We've got brandywine, we've got beefsteak, rose tomatoes, Cherokee purple, trophy, I think is the other variety. I forgot to mention because the GoPro battery died like right before we went to plant these, that the reason they're planted sideways is because they're actually like underground sideways, so there's more roots underground, and then we'll just trellis them up. Because it's kind of a shallower bed, we're hoping they'll go down under and use the native soil. But we've got about 6 inches of like dirt and compost on the top.
Well, these geese know how to get cool in this heat wave. Via the hole in the hose, taking full advantage of it. Few things happier than a goose in mud. So you come home from work, and the first thing you do is what?
Have to cuddle the goose, the geese.
And now you're covered in what?
Uh,
Goose poop, and you've been running through the sprinkler with the geese.
happiness is, I guess. Yeah, I love you. Good goose. I don't like the look of those clouds. I'm actually stoked.
Yeah.